everyone, welcome back to Csec English with Ms.Skeene. If you are new to the channel, welcome to this awesome learning space. Remember to subscribe to the channel, turn on post notification so you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. Like, comment, and share. For today's video, we want to start with an introduction to summary writing. Now, let us look at the objectives for today's lesson. By the end of the lesson, you should be able to 1. Define summary. 2. State the purpose of a summary. 3. Examine the uses of a summary. 4. List the features of a summary. 5. Examine the summary writing techniques. And 6. Apply summary writing tips. Have you ever watched a movie or a video that's got you so excited you just had to share it with a friend? Did you spend 2 hours talking about every single detail, or did you just tell your friend about the main events that would have captured the plot? Believe it or not, this is a summary, and you do it more than you think. Summarizing is an essential skill in the classroom, the workplace, and everyday life. We are constantly summarizing both for formal and informal context. From the movies we watch to the textbooks we read, or even when we recount what happened today. Summarizing is a higher order thinking skill that all students will need to develop to successfully complete the first question on the Csec English A Paper 2. This question will require analysis, synthesis, and distillation of information. In terms of analysis, before you start summarizing, you have to analyze the text. That is the original text, so that you find the essence of it. So you will do things like skimming, looking back, making short notes, rethinking, and identifying the function of the different parts. So the function of the first paragraph as opposed to the last paragraph. Also, you will need to analyze the function of keywords and sentences within the paragraphs. When you synthesize the information, it means that you now have a deeper understanding of what the text is about, so now you're able to identify the main ideas. In terms of distillation of information, this is where you will now filter out all the details that should not be a part of the summary. So what will you be required to do? You will need to sift through large portions of text to decipher main ideas. You will also translate those ideas into concise and coherent points. Despite its importance, students are particularly challenged by the task and find it difficult to distinguish relevant from extraneous detail. But we'll get through that. What is a summary? A summary is a condensed or shortened version of an extended piece of writing, talk, or speech. It conveys the essential meaning of an original text, written or spoken. Why do we summarize? What is the purpose of a summary? The primary purpose of a summary is to give an accurate and objective representation of what the work says in a concise form. What are the uses of a summary? We use summaries to share the main ideas of a radio broadcast, a debate, a panel discussion, or an interview. We also use summaries to transmit relevant information from documents such as reports, brochures, newspaper articles, and advertisements. What are the features of a summary? A summary should be shorter than the original. It should capture the most important points in the text. It must maintain the original meaning of the text. It should be written in your own words. It should be simple and concise. Your summaries should be a readable, unified whole. It should be brief without irrelevant details. There are certain techniques that you will need to use when you are writing your summaries. The first one is to use concise language. Using the fewest possible words without sacrificing meaning makes your writing more understandable. An example of a wordy sentence is, Susie believed but could not confirm that Billy had feelings of affection for her. To make this sentence concise, we will remove all the fluff. Susie assumed that Billy adored her. 6 words. This sentence captures the essence of what the writer is trying to say in the first sentence. The next technique is selecting main ideas. The main idea is the central or most important idea in a paragraph or passage. It states the purpose and sets the direction of the paragraph or passage. Let us find the main idea in this paragraph. Penicillin is one of the greatest of wonder drugs. It has saved thousands of lives already and will save many more in the future. Unfortunately, it has no effect at all on most of the ills of mankind. Penicillin is a very good drug, but it is certainly not a cure-all. Were you able to identify the main idea? If you have selected the first sentence and the last sentence, then you would have guessed correctly. The author has split the main idea. This paragraph begins with positive comments on penicillin. The word but signals a shift in thought, and the paragraph ends with a statement of its limitations. After selecting the main ideas in each paragraph, it is important that you maintain the unity of the ideas when you are combining them. This means that the ideas should not be disjointed. You will use appropriate transitional words or phrases to connect your ideas. You will learn more about main ideas in subsequent videos. The next important technique is to omit examples. Writers use examples to support their main ideas. While these are important in writing, they should not be included in your summary. A good summary will summarize examples in the fewest words possible. For example, Terry bought forks, knives, spoons, tongs, spatulas, and whisk for our new kitchen. We can summarize all of these examples using one word. We can say, Terry bought utensils for our new kitchen. Another technique to use while you are writing your summaries is to omit repetitions. Repetitions are used by writers to emphasize an important point. Repetitions should not be included in your summaries. Please note that repetitions can be expressed in a phrase, a sentence, or an idea. It is important that you are able to identify these repetitions as they can be expressed in different ways throughout the passage. For example, COVID-19 is by far the worst virus that our generation has seen. It poses a serious threat to the lives of people in this modern world. Both sentences are worded differently, but they present the same idea, so there is no need to repeat it. In order to write a successful summary, it is critical that you know the writer's intention. Knowing the writer's intention gives you a better understanding of the passage. A writer's intention focuses on his reason or his purpose for writing. An author's purpose may be to amuse the reader, to persuade the reader, to inform the reader, or to satirize a condition. Take a look at this example. Dear tall, dark, and handsome, this is your lucky day. The girl of your dreams is just a phone call away. I am 5'10", kind, beautiful, and only 23. I love pop music, good books, exotic foods, and foreign travel. Give me a ring any day after 6 p.m. You won't be sorry. Your gal, Jackie. The writer's intention is to convince the reader to call the writer. The final technique that we're going to look at in this video is omitting statistical data. Statistical data are used to support a point or to illustrate important information. They should be omitted from your summaries. For example, we surveyed 100 students about the negative effects of online schooling. 70% of the respondents reported that they are demotivated, while 90% of the students indicated that there are too many distractions in the home. In order to summarize this, we would have to remove all the statistical information. So 100, 70%, and 90. So our summary will read: 100 students responded to a survey about the negative effects of online schooling. The majority of the students indicated that they are demotivated and that there are too many distractions at home. Now here are some useful tips to use when you are writing your summaries. Tip 1. Shorten the text in such a way that all facts are in the summary. Leave out examples, evaluations, and interpretations. Tip 2. Skim the text. You should know what is the main content of it. Read the headline carefully. Tip 3. Read the text to understand more details. You must have understood the whole text, so read it again and again until you get it. Tip 4. Make notes. Use keywords. Underline important words in the text. Tip 5. Form sentences with the help of your keywords. These sentences should reflect the main content of the text. Tip 6. Use transition words to connect the sentences and the paragraphs. Tip 7. Use simple present or simple past. Write sentences in reported speech. Tip 8. Proofread the summary for punctuation, spelling, sentence structure, and content. The final tip is to adhere to the word limit. So if you are required to write in 120 words, please do not surpass that. Summary writing does not have to be difficult, but it does require a lot of practice. Stay tuned for the next video on achieving conciseness in summaries.